Hello, everybody. Good morning, afternoon, evening, whatever it is there for you. I sincerely hope that you are having a good one and you had a wonderful weekend. All right, so here we are with the card, the reading for the week ahead, at least, not the card of the week. If you have not been on my channel before, I welcome you very much. My name's Shireen, and every week we do a reading for the week ahead that just gives us the overall energies of what the week's going to look like, what we can expect in terms of like general energy, and then any advice that I can give you with regard to what's going on around us. I hope that I'm right in saying that a lot of people have picked up that things are shifting, whether you are having a seemingly negative experience with something, or you're bringing an end to something, whether it is a relationship, a job, whatever it is. There are a lot of these very intense potentially life-changing choices, decisions, and events happening around us. Things that we've maybe been putting off for a long time, and now all of a sudden we're kind of getting the ball rolling, whether that is voluntarily or involuntarily. So I think that is the theme for the year ahead. For those of you who don't know, we are going into the year of the dragon, or we're in the year of the dragon. This is a very powerful year where we can have a lot of manifestations. People who start businesses can be very successful. It's really full of opportunity and potential. So grab it with both hands. Don't be afraid of change. Don't be afraid of doing the hard things, because when we do something that is difficult or uncomfortable, we often find that once we've overcome it, the next time we're presented with it, it's not so difficult or uncomfortable. And we're like, been there, done that, I can do this. All right, so it takes courage. And I think that courage is the order of the day, so to speak, and that's what's going to give us results. All right, but we're going to talk about this week first. So I'm going to be asking, what is the energy for this week? Can you please see what the general energy for this week is, please? What kind of energy we're dealing with? There we go, the Hermit. Okay, so this sometimes talks about solitude, keeping some time to ourselves. Maybe we just need a little bit of a break and we have to take some time off, a little bit more than we usually would. And this is often for introspection. It's for us, kind of observing things, mulling them over in our heads. It's sometimes a time where certain things are revealed, and it talks a lot about knowledge, and that can be knowledge that comes through spirit or through maybe things that we didn't know before. And it shows that we are reaching a pinnacle of something, where we're moving from one stage into another. Okay, so it's like we're reaching this peak of something. It's a number 9, and that is before we go into a number 10, which would be the completion of a cycle. All right, so again, here's the kind of energy that I was making reference to, where we've got to push through, we've got to do difficult things. And it often talks about withdrawing, and sometimes it can mean we withdraw emotionally as well for whatever reason, but it's because we need that introspection. We need to reflect. We need to kind of think things through, and maybe also just plan your last step, or take that last bit of effort before you accomplish what it is that you would like to accomplish. Because this talks about you accomplishing most of your goals and getting into a new state of being. And yes, only being the first stage of this growth, but that there is so much potential coming from it as well. Okay, so it really is on maybe completing something or perfecting something before we can go into the next stage. I see that happening in my life and with the people around me, with some of my clients, so I hope that speaks to you. Let's see what else we need to know. Is there anything else we need to know about this week, or this, any advice, please? What other energies are around, or what else do we need to know? The 10 of Swords. Okay. So this is involving something quite difficult. That might be laborious. It might be something you've been avoiding for a long time. It might be, any number of things. The 10 of Swords talks about having difficult times and having to come to terms with certain things. It also is talking about moving on from the past. So that might have to be mentally, emotionally, physically, or making changes when the past has become like a norm, but it's not comfortable. All right. It can also talk about us being in a situation where we feel like we really have been stabbed in the back, or things have not worked out the way that we would have liked them to, and it was beyond our control, but it shows the closing of a cycle. Okay, there is definitely focus on not having a preoccupation with the past, make peace with what was. And again, it's talking about like little things that need to be cleared up, or closing chapters with things. If you're ending a job, then you have to tie up all loose ends and do what you need to do. If there are issues with you sorting out problems, maybe with documents or something along those lines that is becoming very frustrating for you, it's saying follow through, do it. Okay, it's also showing that yes, maybe something difficult is happening here, but the worst is over. Now it's time to kind of clear up the debris and move in a different direction. So it's sometimes unfinished business that needs to be sorted out, but progress can be made. Okay, don't let fear of it not working out or fear of doing the hard thing prevent you from doing it, because it's just going to perpetuate this situation. It's just going to keep you in that energy all the time, and we don't want to be doing that. We want to close the cycle. Even if you don't see it now, when this comes up, it's advisable for you to walk away from whatever this is. It's necessary. Might not be easy, and it might take you a while to, like I say, make peace with the past, let it go. But this is definitely showing that we're moving towards better things. This is not a situation you want to be in. Okay, no matter what you say, how you kind of try and justify it if you're in a bad situation, this is not how you want to be. This is what you need to reflect on and say, okay, I'm going to say, universe, show me what's possible. I'm opening myself up to other situations. Let's see what perhaps comes after this, please. Seven of Pentacles. All right, so this represents having to maybe do a bit of hard work to get somewhere. It's about collecting and gathering all of his pentacles. Can you see that? So he's trying to gather all his resources, gather his energy, and a lot of the time it does also give us an impression of having to work towards something and not necessarily getting that instant gratification that we're looking for. All right, putting in the hard work, not seeing the results maybe as fast as we would like, but at the end of the day, things working out pretty well because of our determination, because of our willingness to let things go, and us applying constructive energy to what we're doing, we're going to be successful. Okay, so it's saying take things one step at a time. Don't try and take on everything. Focus. What is this problem I'm having? Okay, let me take some constructive action towards that to resolve the problem, even if it's out of your control to some extent, or you've got to ask someone for information or documentation or to take action because they've been slacking and it's now affecting your life. Do the things you need to do. Send that email, make that phone call. All right, because that is what you need to do, but take one thing on at a time. And when you take one step at a time, you are making progress. It will be successful. All right, but certain things we can't rush, and they're going to happen when they're meant to happen. All right, so we might not be seeing the results we're looking for. We find it very hard to kind of feel like we're getting ourselves established or we're getting somewhere, but we are getting somewhere, okay, in the larger scheme of things. So that's what we need to be focused on. Let me just shift these up a little bit because I am going to ask for another card. Okay, can we have another card of advice perhaps, please? Or anything else we need to know? Page of Pentacles. Okay, this embodies the rest of this energy. This is usually associated with the star sign Capricorn, okay, the astrological sign. However, it doesn't mean there needs to be a Capricorn involved in the reading. Not at all. Okay, it's talking about the very persevering, studious, persistent energy that this kind of astrological sign usually embodies. They're represented by the goat who climbs the mountain one step at a time. They don't always have food. They've got to nibble the little leaves in between the cracks in the mountain. It's not an easy road for them necessarily, and it's about pushing through, overcoming adversity. If you get knocked down, you get back up again, you dust yourself off and you say, I will not be overcome. And when you say that, you are not overcome. These kinds of energies usually are people who eventually open a business and are very successful. They're very entrepreneurial. They can be kind of money orientated to a large degree if they allow it to become, the forefront of their situation or their lifestyle. But either way, do you see how he's focused on the pentacle? That's what he's focused on. Keep your eye on the ball. Keep your eye on the goal. Keep collecting all of these little resources together. Don't allow the past to define you. all right? Because I feel like even if the past has been uncomfortable or unlucky, so to speak, what feels that way, this is what you're working towards, okay? And the Page of Pentacles is always successful because he doesn't give up. He dusts himself off and he tries again and he tries again. And eventually he's gained all the knowledge from all the mistakes he's made. And maybe he's met a couple of yucky people along the way, but that's fine. They learn from it. They don't engage with that kind of person again, or they end up doing something for themselves, which they couldn't do before because now they've learned the lesson. All right, so it's a really wonderful energy, especially to get it in this upright position like this, because it just shows kind of the results of really hard work and seeing that you are always focused on the future, and that is imperative. Okay, so I think that this is talking about the potential for abundance. It allows that energy, to be what you're focusing on, and it's envisioning the path that you want to be on. Keep that clear vision of what you want to manifest, because this is the time where you can do that, and you need to be very clear on it. We don't have time to focus on the past when we have a future to look towards. Okay, so put something in place that maybe you have been not doing to work towards your goals, that you know you should, and you're putting it off and it's causing the situation for you. And do the thing. Take the first step. Gather the information or gather the resources that you need to get to your end game. Okay, because it's no longer time to mess around. This year is the year of getting things done. I wish you a wonderful week further, and I'll chat to you again soon. Take care. Bye for now.